Hello everyone, welcome to another Wizards Unite video, and now that we're, 3 days into the second set of brilliant events, folks should probably either have already completed the task or almost, or close to completing the task. So let's talk about this new set of green books, restricted section books, and where we should, probably allocate them for each profession. So let's start with Magizoologist. Reason being is just because Magizoologist, it's just easier to start with them. They have the most clear path to go for with this new set of green books. So, as I said in the last video, or not the last video, the last green books video I did during the first event, Magizoologist's #1 priority is to get this skill, Become the Beast. So in order to get this skill, you need 19 restricted section books in total, 4 for Luna Stamina Charm, which is absolutely garbage, but you need to unlock this to go through this path, right? And this path is really a decent path. You, not only do you get Become the Beast, you also get 2 more initial focus here, and potentially 3 maximum focus here, right? And so, total 19 books. So last time you should have spent 1 book here, and then the 15 books that you get this time over here. So that leaves you with what, 11 books that you could expend, and 11 books don't get you anything that do require 15 books. So you're just gonna go for the 4 books one, which the other 15 book Magizoologist skills aren't really that great anyways. This defense, when you have 50% or greater stamina, not the greatest skill, right? So you're probably gonna spend these books on 4 book cost skills, which are really like the bottom 3. Like, okay, this one, sure, you could get this one, but this is garbage. Don't go for it. Don't go for Mending Charm Maxima. I know it's free healing, but it's bad. Like, 4 stamina, not the best place to put your green books in. So it's between these 3 down here, right? And of these 3, the #1 priority should be this one, Stamina Charm Maximum. Horrible skill. No need to upgrade, especially if you are in a group. If you're playing solo, you could upgrade this one without thinking too much. Stamina Charm, as horrible as it is, like 2 focus for like only max 30% heal, instead of Revive Charm, which is 1 focus for 100% heal. But we're over that rant. But the reason why you want to unlock this is just to get this initial focus behind this. So after those 2 that you picked up there, and then the 2 that you have at base, and then you pick this one up, then you got 5 focus, so you could start every single battle with 5 focus. So you're starting all your battles with a fully boosted Become the Beast. So you're gonna have plus 40 power every time you start a battle, which is pretty nice. So that's what, 99 base power every time you go into a battle, if you max it out, I do believe. So that's pretty good. So the next place where you do want to spend your books, if you're not saving them for any of these skills, which really aren't that worth it. Like, okay, this one's what, 20% defense versus spiders, which isn't really bad, but like the cost, like the thing is, like the costs just don't really, they're just not that much, they're just not worth it. Like the 20, like these are all like decent, but they're really expensive, and it's kind of yikes. Like defense, when you have 5 or greater focus, or 15% defense, that's pretty good, since as a Magizoologist you'll probably have 5 or more or greater focus for the majority of battles, right? But like, it's only 15% defense, and you're wasting 15 green books on it, and this is 20% defense versus spiders, which if you play solo is not worth it at all. Well, I wouldn't say at all, but it's just not really worth it. If you're playing in a group, then yeah, you could pick your enemies. They have more enemies that spawn, then okay, sure, you could go with that. This one, Power versus Earthlings, 25, this is great as well if you're playing in a big group. But like, if you're playing solo, it really isn't worth it. So let's just talk about these 2. It's either improve revive charm or go for the first amplified bravery charm. And the reason why I personally went for improved revive charm is it's 10% more teammate stamina on revive. And more importantly, it opens Dragon Lady, which is really nice. Dragon Lady actually is, it's a really great one because you don't have to spend any red books on this one at all. You're getting 16% more defense for 0 red books, so it's basically free. Well, not free, you still need scrolls, but which are kind of free. You know, they're really easy to farm. But yeah, you're getting 16% here, and like if you compare it to like this one, this is 15%, like 15 green books, 46 scrolls, like, and the other one up here, I think, 50% or greater stamina plus 60. It's only 6 defense, and then you got, and it's 15 green books as well. So yeah, that's one reason why you would go for, or second reason why you want to go for revive charm. And amplified bravery charm is great as well, especially if you're in a group where you have more enemies that face. Bravery charm becomes more valuable. Although if you do want to pick up or if you do want to max out bravery charm, you probably would also want to max out your maximum focus, so you could have max 12, so you could use a bravery charm, 7 focus down, and then get that 5 focus to keep up your become the beast, right? And you could put one into this as well, but the reason I personally didn't put any into bravery charm is we're like having another event in like 2 weeks, or 1 week actually. There's only 1 week between the 2 events. So it's not going to be that long a time before we get another set of 15, which 15, boom, 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 3 of these only cost like 12. So we'll also have like 3 more left over, which we could probably throw into revive charm or whatever. So I could just like get the full set, max out bravery charm next time another brilliant event comes around, which isn't too far away. So anyways, that's going to be it for Magizoologist. Let's go and have a look at, let's look at Auror first, since Professor is a bit more complicated. Let's talk about auras first. So, aura really isn't that complicated as well. The 2 main skills that you want auras to get first are Dancing with the Dummies and this one, First Strike. Both cost 15 green books, but they're well worth it. So, Dancing with the Dummies is plus 35 precision versus foes with 100% stamina, and then First Strike is plus 50% critical power versus foes with 100% stamina. So these kind of go together. So first one boosts your crit chance, and the other one boosts your crit damage against foes with 100% stamina. So obviously these two go hand in hand. An extra 50% damage on your first hit. It's really nice. I'm not sure if they fixed the bug yet, but apparently there was a bug where that it doesn't trigger on the first turn, but for some reason, first turn meaning, you know, when they have 100% health, but for some reason it triggers like the second turn after after the first turn when they have 100% health, which doesn't make any sense, but hopefully they fix that. I'm not an Auror myself, so I'm not sure if they fix that. Obviously you could go for some other ones as well if you really don't want to do those. Confusion hacks, I guess if you're in a large group you go for that, although I would probably maybe prioritize weakness over confusion, although these two really aren't, like, they're not bad skills per se. They're just not like, they're just not that game changing, and they're not bad skills obviously. Especially weakness hex. I personally like weakness hex a lot. It's just a great skill, but yeah, I'd prioritize these two first. So whichever you got the first time around, you should spend your next set of 15 books on the other one. Anyways, moving on to Professor. This is the tricky one. So, different schools of thought here. So, it really depends on what you spent your first 15 books on. So if you spent your first 15 books on one of this deterioration hacks, so you get this proficiency down here, and then you spent your second one on this deterioration hacks, and then your third one either on either on this deterioration hex or at any other deterioration. Well, mainly this one because this one's cheapest, right? So you 2 into this one and then 1 into this one. You know, that's one way folks could have went with it. Another way would have been 1 in this one, another one in this one, and then one more in the where's the protection one? Let's see. Oh, here, another one in the protection charm, so you could get a defense breach, which is it's pretty important for professors since they do have to fight werewolves, right? So you get defense breach as well down here, and protection charm isn't horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible either, right? So you could go that route, and if you did, I guess you can like just keep on putting into deterioration. And there's another school of thought where you go for this one, confidence, which confidence it's basically is defense plus 6% defense when you have 1 or greater enhancements, which kind of sucks. It's pretty much garbage. It's kind of like the thing that you have to do with Magizoologist to pick up that stamina charm just to get like that 1 initial focus. This is basically the same thing. You have to pick up this really crappy skill here, so you could get this 1 initial or 2 initial focus here, just so that you could have immediately available a deterioration hex every time you come on into a battle. So you don't need to go ask an aura for it. But if you do play in a group, like what professors go for here, really, I think really depends on if you play solo more or if you play in a group more. If you play more solo, then you probably want to pick up these 2 initial focuses, which means that you probably want to unlock confidence. Pick up these 2 focuses, and then you know, especially if you had your and you know, if you really play solo, then your first set of 15 probably would have best served to pick up 2 or 1 of each, or 2 deterioration hexes, 1 up there, 1 down here, and then the shield as well. And if you play in a group, then maybe you could just keep on going on to max your deterioration, especially if you play with auras. Auras should usually prioritize giving focus to professors for deterioration hex anyways. So if you really play in a group with a lot of auras, or at least 1 aura, I guess, they give you focus, so you could so you don't have to worry about this one. You could just keep on going and make your deterioration hex stronger, since deterioration hex is, well, just professor skills in general are very costly. Deterioration hex alone needs what, 32 green books, if I remember correctly, to like fully unlock. So like 2 events down, if you just went all in for deterioration hex, you didn't go for that protection charm, you'll be at what, minus 35 stamina every time it triggers, which is that's a lot of damage, right? And that's great. And yeah, if you play in a big group with a lot of auras, I wouldn't worry too much about protection charm, since, you know, auras, what was their hex called? Weakening hex is just so much better, and you don't have to worry too much about dying, especially if you have Magizoologist in your group as well. So there's that. Anyways, that's me for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this was helpful for folks who couldn't really decide where to spend their green books on this time around. So anyways, yep, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.